Hello, it is I, Dragon Souped, also known as Saltosaur in-game. In this video, I'll be covering the latest snapshot for Minecraft's 1.16 Nether updates, 20W12A. Now, let's get right into the video. To start things off, I'll be covering some changes made in this snapshot to items, mobs, and blocks. Starting with items, holes can now break sponges faster, and axes won't break stroomlights faster anymore, which holes already do. Another tool affected this snapshot is the fishing rods. Fishing rods now require open water in order to receive treasure items, such as enchanted books. This means that in order to fish up treasure, a fishing rod's bobber must be surrounded by 5 blocks of water in every direction, with 2 blocks of air above each block of water. Finally, bone meal can be used on Biome in order to grow Nether fungi, warped fungi, Nether sprouts, warped roots, and crimson roots. Using bone meal on crimson Biome will give you any plants from the crimson forest, while warped Biome will give you any plants from the crimson and warped forest. And now moving on to mobs, Hoglins now have a different attack range, and they are now required for the 2x2 achievement, which is obtained by having a player breed every form of breedable mob in the game. Penguins have also been adjusted this snapshot as well. Penguins will no longer turn into adult chicken jockeys in the overworld, and are now attracted to Nether Gold Door and will try to pick it up whenever possible. And while traveling through the Nether, you now have a rare chance of encountering a baby penguin stacked on top of a baby penguin riding a baby hoglin. Bees have also been affected this snapshot, and they will now only travel no further than 22 blocks from their bee nest or beehive. And the last affected mob in this snapshot is the parrots. In this snapshot, parrots will imitate the sounds of hostile mobs less often. In addition, parrots will no longer imitate hostile mobs when in peaceful mode. And regarding the block changes this snapshot, Soul Sand can now produce Soul Fire alongside Soul Soil. And Nether Gold Door has now been changed. Nether Gold Door can now be mined with any pickaxe. However, it will now only drop gold nuggets instead of itself when mined. The amount of gold nuggets, however, can be affected by fortune. And if you want to mine the gold ore for yourself and smelt it, you can use a Silk Touch pickaxe on it. Finally, twisting and weeping vines will now no longer be replaced when another block is attempted to be placed in the same location. And now onto the new features in this snapshot. 2 new blocks have been added into the game. Polished basalt is a new variant of stone, which can be faced in different directions. It is purely decorative. However, if you wish to obtain this block, you can take basalt and smelt it in a furnace. The other block added this snapshot, the respawn anchor, is much more interesting, however. This block is crafted using 6 pieces of crying obsidian and 3 blocks of glowstone. When placed down, this block does nothing. However, right-clicking this block with a glowstone block will consume the glowstone and store it inside the respawn anchor. And up to 4 blocks can be placed into the respawn anchor at any given time. This makes the respawn anchor give off light and be able to be set as a spawn point while in the Nether. That's right, you can now respawn in the Nether. But this powerful ability comes at a cost. Every time a player respawns from a respawn anchor, the respawn anchor will lose 1 block of glowstone. And if either the respawn anchor is obstructed or if it doesn't have any glowstone left, the player will be unable to respawn in the Nether and will instead be spawned at the world spawn points. This means that a full respawn anchor can only be used 4 times. And if you're wondering if you can bring this block into the overworld or the end, forget about it, for it will explode upon being placed in those dimensions. Oh, and by the way, if you're using a respawn anchor with redstone for whatever reason, a comparator can detect how many glowstone blocks are left inside of it. And finally, several technical changes have also been made in this snapshot. To correspond with the respawn anchor, the set spawn commands can now be used in all 3 dimensions, and the message that appears when your bed is destroyed or obstructed has now been changed to reflect the respawn anchor as well. Finally, various bug fixes have been made in this snapshot, including 2 major duplication glitches involving donkeys and using pistons to push certain plant blocks. Well, that's all I have for this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to check out my other videos too. This is Dragon Souped, signing out.